Hold on, I'm trying to think of an intro. It's not coming. I have a level. That's it.
3, 2, 1, go.
I use this to focus. I put a chair down, I put the level in, and I can focus. When I stand here, I'm in focus. That's why I have this. What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Murphy. I'm one half of the brothers Murph, and this is Metagame Minute. I'm always shouldery when I say that. I'm very shouldery. Metagame Minute is a weekly segment where Mike or I talk about anything we want to talk about in the board gaming world. And this week, I want to talk about being like the board game supplier. You know, you're the one who brings the games. I feel like a lot of people who like board games enough to be watching us or watching someone like the Dice Tower or something like that, a lot of times those people were the gamers. We're the ones bringing the stuff. We're the one bringing the goods. We're the one who supply the fun. I'm gonna say it. We're the ones who supply the fun. And when you're the one who is primarily getting people into board games, or you're the one really pushing the board games, you're usually the one supplying the board games. You usually have the biggest collection of board games, and you're usually the one kind of catering things. And ooh, they might like this one. Ooh, this person really likes sushi, so I'm gonna bring Sushi Go. Ooh, this person really likes Vikings. I'm gonna bring Champions of Midgard. You're usually the one kind of catering the whole thing, which is really great. I think a lot of us really enjoy being that kind of like that Willy Wonka type character, just coming around bringing sugary snacks for all the peasants, just throwing them out to the crowds and stuff like that. Be like, here is your fun, here is your sugar, enjoy. I feel like a lot of us really enjoy being that person. I know I certainly do. I can speak for Mike and say that he does as well. I enjoy bringing the supply. I enjoy doing it. But there are some kind of drawbacks. There are some things that are kind of tough about it. You're the one who has to bring all the board games wherever you go. So when you have to just like load up your car, you're like carrying them in. Oh God, gosh, you have like 2 or 3 tote bags or like 30 pounds each, just trying to like lug them into a game store because you're usually the one supplying all the games. But it's also interesting when it kind of switches. What we found now is that now we have a much more secure and solid game group. For a long time, we really didn't. It was mostly just Mike and I playing games. But frankly, since we started doing board game content, we were able to meet a lot more people in the LA area who play board games, and we have formed a really solid game group that we play with pretty regularly, which is super awesome. The weird thing is that because now we have friends who game, not just friends that game with us, they also have games, which is really weird and kind of really cool. But it also means that we're not always the ones supplying the games, which is also kind of weird because that's kind of a role that we've become used to. And so now a lot of times, even when we're going to hang out with those friends who have a ton of games, we tend to bring a ton of games because we're really used to doing that. And it's one of the things that's kind of driving us to cull a decent amount of our collection. Not all of it by any stretch of the imagination, not even half of it. But we've been talking about how we're going to cull our collection, which we are. We're going to be doing a big cull giveaway on Twitch sometime in August, probably in the end of August. Like we did last year, we did a big giveaway stream on Twitch. We're going to do it again. And this time we're going to be adding all the things we're culling and be part of that giveaway. But one of the things that's been kind of driving us to cull is we have a lot of overlap with a lot of our friends. A lot of our friends have games that we like and they have them as well. So now we're kind of like, well, if we're culling a bunch of stuff, shouldn't we cull some of the stuff that we have overlap with our friends? Because a lot of times we only would be playing these games with those people anyway, so we both don't really need to have it. And that's kind of an interesting place to be in, where you're kind of like, well, I would back this game on Kickstarter, or I would buy this game, but I know this person's gonna buy it. Like I know Hannah and Jimmy are gonna buy that game, so I don't think I really need to buy it because there's no point in both of us having it, considering that we would probably all be playing together. And it's weird how not being the board game supplier anymore then changes what games you get. It doesn't change it. We're like, well, now I can buy games that I actually want to play. It's like, no, I want to play all these games anyway, but because I know someone else is getting them, I don't really feel the need to have them, because there are some games that we have because we know other people will want to play them. Whereas if it was just Mike and I, just us two playing it, we may not have that game. And I think that influences a lot of people's decisions when buying games. And so we're in this kind of weird space now that we kind of have to adapt to. And it's a great place to be. It's a great thing to have to adapt to, but it is something that's a little weird. So let me know down in the comments below, have you experienced this? Are you the board game supplier? I bet a lot of you are, but let me know down in the comments if you are the board game supplier. Or if you're in a situation like us, where you were the board game supplier, but now you don't necessarily have to be the board game supplier anymore. Or is the opposite end, where you're the board game supplyee? Is that a word? Probably not. But you're essentially not the person who's bringing the games. You're kind of the person that games get brought to you by whoever your supplier is. It sounds like we're drug dealing. We're not. If you know, people are listening to this, we're not dealing drugs. They're not like, ooh, Empire of the North got a lot of snow up there. Let's not do that joke. That's a dumb joke, Nick. But nonetheless, let me know down in the comments below kind of where you fall on this spectrum. I'm guessing a lot of you are suppliers like Mike and I. And while you're down there, make sure to like and share this video and subscribe to us if you haven't subscribed to us already. We're the Brothers Murph. Hi. And until next time, whether you are the board game supplier or the board game supplyee, yeah, I'm using it anyway. Remember, the more meta, the more better.
Hello. I want to let you know that we have a Patreon and that you should check it out. There will be a button somewhere around here probably that you can click to help out the Brothers Murph. Click the Patreon. Do it.
Also got to let you know that we're sponsored by Restoration Games and by Game Toppers. Go to GameToppersLLC.com to upgrade your gaming experience. Look at that label. It's beautiful. Do it. Do it right now. I hate you. I'm sorry. I love you.